Hello everyone, welcome back to Nursing Guru. So today we are going to speak about the psychiatric nursing or mental health nursing important topics and what are the important questions for GNM nursing student, those who are appearing for the examination. So shall we start now? For appearing for your examination, so we will go with the which are the important units and what are the important questions are there. So you know your pattern of questions already have appeared for your first year examination or you are appearing for the first time examination, means the question pattern will be fill in the blanks will be there, or sometime they will be asking the multiple choice question. You have a section A and section B or section 1 and section 2. Both the time you will be asked multiple choice question or fill in the blanks. It will carry 8 marks. Then you also have a one word question. Sometimes they will be asking the differences between the two things like enuresis, encopresis, mania or depression, or bulimia nervosa or anorexia nervosa. So the differences will be asked. And also you are having the question pattern like short essays. Either for 3 marks or 4 marks they will be asking the short essays, and the long essay will be divided into questions will be divided into 4 short essays only. So you don't have 10 marks question or a lengthy answer to be answered. So we'll go by one the unit wise. So the first unit is introduction. As you know, in introduction we are having the concept of mental health and mental illness. This is one of the important question repeatedly asked in the examination. Terminology is also very important in order to answer for your multiple choice question or a one word answers. So sometimes they will be asking what do you mean by confabulation, or they give the sentences and you have to fill. That's why we have to learn the terminology. Then we also have a principles of mental health nursing. It's a very important question which will come many times in the examination, and it is 12 principles are there. Heading has to be written and need to be explained in order to have a better marks. Also we will be having the misconception related to mental illness, or sometimes they will be asking the question stigma related to mental illness. Both the questions are there in the community mental health nursing as well as in the unit number 1. So misconception or stigma related to mental illness means same answer has to be written. So the second unit is the history of psychiatry. There are two type of history of psychiatry is there. History of psychiatry and history of mental health nursing in India. You will not be asked for the abroad, but in India what are the evolution taken place or the development has taken place, you have to study. This question will not ask for your long essays or short essays. Mainly the years has to be remembered in order to answer for your multiple choice question. Then here also there is a very important question, that is mental health team is asked, and also they will be asking the different responsibility of the mental health nurses will be asked. Then we are having the unit 3, that is mental assessment. In the mental assessment 3 things are be asked, that is interview taking skills, that will be asked only for 2 marks or 1 marks they will be asking question. Or there are 2 important questions. One is mental health nursing history collection and also the MSc, that is mental status examination. So most of the time history taking is repeatedly asked question, and sometimes they may ask MSc. There are 7 components which has to be elaborated properly in order to get the proper marks. Then we are having the 4th unit, that is after the assessment we are having 4th unit, that is the nurse-patient relationship or the having the therapeutic nurse-patient relationship. The entire unit itself is very important. Any question can come from this unit, either for 2 marks or 3 marks, also for multiple choice question it is asked. So what is the important question in this? Therapeutic techniques, communication technique is very important. 12 techniques are there. It has to be learned by heart and it has to be explained properly with the examples. Then we are having a therapeutic nurse-patient relationship phases. We have a pre-introductory phase, introductory phase, working phase are there. Then we are having a termination phase. This is repeatedly asked question, and sometimes they may ask impasses, therapeutic impasses or therapeutic barriers, one and the same. The question may ask sometimes therapeutic impasses, sometimes barriers of therapeutic communication. So answer will be the same, you have to understand. Very rarely dynamics of therapeutic nurse-patient relationship is asked. There are 4 dynamics are there that we have remembering is enough. Okay, next we will move on to the biopsychosocial therapies. This is also just like the previous unit. This is also very important. Any 3 questions will be asked in your examination pattern. So what are the important topics we have to learn is antipsychotic drugs. They'll be asking classification of antipsychotic drugs. Sometimes they may ask classification of antidepressant drug. Sometimes they will be asking the classification of anxiolytic drugs. They'll not be asking the classification for the mood stabilizing drugs. So anti-anxieties, antipsychotic drugs also called as a major tranquilizers. So major tranquilizer also the question can come, explain the major tranquilizer, or sometime they may asking the antipsychotic drug. So under the antipsychotic is EPS. EPS means extrapyramidal symptom. This is the adverse effect of antipsychotic drugs. They can ask for 4 marks also 5 marks question will be coming. So this is also one important question. Then we'll come to the antidepressant drugs. Antidepressant drug, they will be asking indication, contraindication, side effects, and nurse's responsibility will be asked for you in the examination. It is not a major tranquilizers. So major tranquilizers means it is only antipsychotic drug. Then we are having the mood stabilizing drug. There are 3 drugs are there: lithium, carbamazepine, sodium valproate. Lithium will be majorly asked drug, and they will be asking the lithium toxicity management. This is the repeatedly asked question for you in the examination. Then we are having the minor tranquilizer, that is anxiolytic drugs. Okay, this is usually they don't ask any classification. Sometimes mainly they'll be asking the side effects and how is the nurses management in the anti-anxiety medication when they are taking. Then we are having the anti-abuse. What is this anti-abuse means? The drug which is used to decrease the abuse, alcohol substance abuse, that is disulfiram. If they ask question you explain anti-abuse drug means you have to explain about the disulfiram drug. So this is about the psychopharmacology. We have a psychotherapies or the social therapies are there. Important therapies are behavior therapy. You should know the techniques which is used in the behavior therapy. Then we are having the cognitive therapy. Sometimes the question can come, explain cognitive behavior therapy. Explain both cognitive therapy as well as the behavior therapy. And next is the milieu therapy. Milieu therapy are also called as a therapeutic community. Both are same. You have to understand. So these 3 questions are majorly asked. Along with that, they will be asking sometime group therapy, occupational therapy, then relaxation therapy. Relaxation therapy, only one sentence is given means you should tell about the play, music, dance, or other like extra activities therapies are there means that is also comes under the relaxation. Yoga, then complementary therapies. These are all the very rarely asked questions, but if they may ask, because in GNMO there is no repetition of the question. So 5 years whatever they have not asked, they will be asking the question. So learning all these therapies were very, very important. And what is the nurse's responsibility during this therapy? Then we have one more very important somatic therapy, that is ECT, electroconvulsive therapy. Everything has to be studied. What is ECT? What are the parameters? What are the nurse's responsibility? Sometimes they will be asking question, only tell me, explain the nurse's responsibility in relation to the ECT therapy. So you have to ask during the pre-ECT, post during the ECT and post ECT, what and all has to be done, that you have to explain. This is with this we completed the unit 4. So now we will come to the unit 5. What do you mean by unit 5? It is all mental disorder. We have a neurotic disorder, we are having the psychotic disorder, mood disorders, then we are having the personality disorders, we are having the substance abuse disorders, and we are also having the child psychiatric disorders. Now coming to the first, psychotic disorders. Psychotic disorder, one thing you have to remember to study the schizophrenia, very, very important. Schizophrenia, one thing if you study, you can answer for psychosis, you can also answer for the paranoid schizophrenia, catatonic schizophrenia, other schizophrenia type of questions you can answer. Study the signs and symptoms as well as the etiology factors of psychotic. Then how do you manage? Management you have already studied in the antipsychotic drugs. Same management you will be explaining in the for the people who are suffering with the schizophrenia. Then we are having the mood disorder. Under the mood disorder, what are those? We are having the mania, depression, bipolar. If you study the bipolar disorder, you can answer for both mania disorder and for the depression disorders. So very rarely they have asked differences between the cyclothymia and dysthymia. So cyclothymia is a chronic manic disorder and dysthymia is a chronic depressive disorder. So certain similarities will be there, answers will be there if you study depression and mania. So that's why you have to study the bipolar disorder very nicely so that you can answer both mania, both bipolar and depression as well as the cyclothymia and dysthymia. Next, we are having the personality disorders. What are the personality disorder? In that, there are cluster A, cluster B, cluster C personality disorders are there. Usually ask question, borderline personality disorder, OCD, obsessive compulsive personality disorder. Sometimes they will be having narcissistic personality disorder, or sometimes also they may ask about the antisocial personality disorders. So these are the questions, repeatedly asked question in the personality disorder. Then we are having the anxiety disorder. So anxiety means you have to, so in anxiety, every anxiety is having same etiology and same the signs and symptoms. Management also same. Only you have to understand the definition only. So phobic anxiety disorder, specific anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder, separation anxiety disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Difference between the obsessive compulsive disorder and differences between the obsessive compulsive personality is different. Okay, the answer also will be different. Don't get confusion with the personality of OCD and disorder of OCD. But the question can come. So OCD is repeatedly asked question, and post-traumatic stress disorder 2 marks repeatedly asked. Then we will go for the next condition. It is the child psychiatry. In the child psychiatry, 3 conditions repeatedly asked. They will be asking between these, among these, that is mental retardation, autism and ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So out of 3, any one question will surely come for your long essays in a divided phase. Okay, then short essays you can have tic disorder, you can have enuresis, specific the childhood disorders such as dyslexia. Also they will be having a certain problem, juvenile delinquency. These are the sum of the question it is asked in the child psychiatry. Then we are having the 3 condition, that is out of the personality or the anxiety disorder. We have 3 condition. One is sexual disorder, eating disorder and also sleeping disorder. Sleeping disorders is very rarely asked question. In eating disorder, anorexia nervosa and bulimia nervosa, any one can come. If they want to ask, both also they may ask for differences between the bulimia nervosa and anorexia nervosa. Then in the sexual disorder, paraphilias or sexual preferences disorder is repeatedly asked question. Okay, there are different paraphilias are there, they will be asking, and management has to be remembered. How do you manage the conditions? Then we are having the substance abuse disorder, alcoholism or alcoholic dependence syndrome. This is repeatedly asked question in out of the substance abuse disorder. Sometimes they may ask you list down the different substance abuse disorders, so or use disorders. So you have to just list down alcoholism, opioids, narcotic drugs, just list it down and what is the management you have to explain. Then we are also having one of the important disorders is out of these conditions is Parkinson's disorder, that is comes under the organic condition, Parkinsonism, Alzheimer, dementia, delirium. So there are these all 4 conditions repeatedly asked questions are dementia and delirium. If they ask dementia or Alzheimer dementia, both you can write same answer. There is no changes are there, much changes are not there. Management is completely same. Delirium and dementia, differences they can ask. Sometimes they will be asked differences between amnesia and dementia. That is also have to be remembered. With this we completed the unit 5. One more you have to remember is the what are the etiology of psychiatric disorder. Complete etiology will be asked sometimes. This is very rarely asked question also. With this we will be completing the unit 5. Next we will be going for the unit 6. What is this unit 6? Under this we are going to study the community mental health nursing. What is this community mental health nursing? Aspect of using the knowledge of psychiatric nursing into the community field, that is preventive, promotive and maintenance management. So that we will be studying here in this chapter. First you have to know the preventive psychiatry, that is primary prevention, secondary prevention and tertiary prevention. You will be have to answer it. Then also you will be learning the community mental health services like halfway home, quarter-way homes, suicide prevention centers, the walk-in clinics. So these are the community mental health services. They will be asking the question. So one of the important question in this means one is community mental health services and also preventive psychiatry and role of a nurse in national mental health program. So national mental health program and principles of psychiatric nursing and also mental health act, these 3 questions are repeatedly asked. Many times it is asked in examination. So do not leave these 3 questions for any purpose. Next, we will be having the psychiatric emergency in unit 7. What is this psychiatric emergency? Psychiatric emergency means during the emergency condition, how the nurses will be treating the emergency conditions. Like maybe the emergencies like stupor, or maybe drug toxicity, suicide, or the victim of disaster, victim of rape. These are the psychiatric emergency. And lithium toxicity. This is also psychiatric emergency. How we have to, first you write the definition. What are the signs and symptoms of emergency or warning signs of emergency? Then you write briefly the management, especially the nursing management. When you are writing the nursing management, remember to write the nursing diagnosis with the interventions to get the better marks. Okay. Then we are having the last unit, that is the forensic psychiatry. Under the forensic psychiatry, we are having the Mental Health Act. Also, we are having the Narcotic and Psychotropic Substances Act. These are two, and Lunatic Act. Mostly asked question is National Mental Health Act 1987. So, this is act is asked repeatedly, and sometimes they may ask Lunatic Act also. Then we are having the role of a nurse in admission and discharge procedure. What is the role of admission? So when you are writing the role of a nurse in admission and discharge procedure, don't just write the roles. You have to mention what are the types of admission, what are the types of discharge, and also you have to mention different. Sometimes you have to learn the differences between parole as well as the differences between the leave of absence. These are the two provision which the psychiatric people will be getting in the during their discharge procedure, that you have to remember. Also, you will be studying about the how do you manage the any condition in the psychiatric narcotic substances act. If they are having means they are under the any problems, means legal issues, means what is the nurse's role in the legal or criminal responsibility of nurses. Then also criminal responsibility of the psychiatric patient and civil responsibility of the psychiatric patient. These are the important questions sometimes they will be asking. So under the forensic psychiatry, Mental Health Act is important. Then role of a nurse in criminal as well as civil responsibility. What is the major role of the nurses in psychiatry? That is nurse maintaining the malpractice, confidentiality, subsequent confidentiality, consent, all this has to be studied. Last but not the least, rights of the mentally ill patients. So this is also asked question. So we have completed the 9 units, introduction, also the second unit about the history of psychiatry, then assessment part, then we are having the therapeutic nurse-patient relationship, mental disorder, community mental health nursing, then forensic psychiatry, emergency psychiatric, then forensic psychiatry. So entire unit we have completed. So when you are writing any question you are answering, means write first the definition, very important in order to have them. Then read the question 2 times, and what it is asked, that only you have to answer it. Unnecessary, don't give unnecessary explanation. What is asked should be answered easily with the definition. If that is asked question is given for you 2 marks, means no need to write the definition, just answer what is asked question. Okay. So I hope you have understood the entire unit and what are the important questions in the psychiatric nursing. So if you have any doubts or any questions, kindly comment below. Thank you for watching us and all the best for your examination. Thank you.